Hi gang, Arnalisha from Soul Fitness teaching the lunge. So we're going to go through a few versions of the lunge. I'm going to show you the static lunge or the stationary lunge. I'm also going to show you a single lunge which you can also use into a walking lunge, and I'm also going to show you the jump lunge. So let's see what they look like. So when you're setting up for your lunge, you want to make sure that you have about 1 metre between your front foot and your back foot. And I want to make sure that I'm quite balanced, so my feet, left and right, are in line with my hips. So I don't want them too close together or too far out, because that's going to interfere with my balance. With a lunge, it's a really great idea to focus straight ahead on a spot at eye level and just hold that spot, so that's going to help you with your balance. So as always, coarsening in your core, and we're lowering that back knee down, anchoring the weight into the front heel and pushing up. So the muscles we're working in the lunge, obviously the glutes, the bum, the core, we're working a lot through the legs, and we're also working through the shoulder girdle, because I really want to keep that in alignment. So I need to use my upper body to hold strong throughout this exercise. If I didn't do that, it looks a bit like this. And yes, my legs do the work, but why miss out on using every muscle that you can every time you do an exercise? So that's what a static lunge looks like. So I'll show you the forward version for the next lot. So we're going to do a single lunge. So I'm going to start with my feet about hip width, and I'm going to step forward and lunge and step back to the starting position, alternating legs. Lunging, stepping back. I like to keep my hands on my hips for these ones. And the reason I like to do that is because I can really palpate and feel my core activating as I do these. And it's like a trigger point, because if my hands are here, it's reminding my core to stay corseted in and braced. If you don't have your core switched on when you do a lunge, it can look a bit like this, right? Because we need this foundation, this support, to really help that movement. So our third one we're going to have a look at, by the way, before I move on to the third one, you can use these single lunges like we just did to do some walking lunge, which will look like this. Hopefully you can see me, I don't disappear off the screen too much. And I'll just come back through now. So you can see I'm just walking the lunge, really anchoring into that front heel. That's where a lot of the balance is found, in that front foot. So I'm really lowering into that heel. All right, so our third lunge is going to be the jump lunge. Now these are quite challenging. I would probably start with a lower amount of reps. You might go through for about 10. These really get the heart rate up. So I'll show you what they look like. We go a little bit shorter in our starts with the jump lunge, because we need a bit more support through the core, a bit shorter. So they're going to look like this. So I'm switching